Over 100 years ago, a Great Lakes storm took the lives of 250 people and sank over a dozen ships.
Join us as we take a look back at the White Hurricane this week in a multi-part series on the Weather Network and theweatherNetwork.com.
Part 3 of our story on the White Hurricane of 1913, a big snowmaker, winds at 130 kilometers an hour in the Great Lakes.
Yeah, an amazing storm, Jaclyn, and we want to take a look at the meteorology behind the storm. Really, how can you get such a monstrous storm in the Great Lakes?
Yeah.
And the key was that it was a merger of two systems. As we often see with these giant storms, you need cold air and warm air, and we had an Alberta clipper coming down from the northwest, and that fused with this Atlantic system coming from the north. The colors on this image, we've got the greens and yellows, that's the warm air surging north, the blues and the purples, the cold air plunging south. A tremendous contrast between temperatures east to west, and all these lines represent this deep, deep area of low pressure, which then moved in towards the central Great Lakes.
And on this map, if viewers can see it, there's temperatures of about -14 at about 1.5 kilometers above the surface, so enough to support great snowfall in some areas.
Exactly. That's why Cleveland, Ohio got about 50 to 60 centimeters of snow from the storm. So this storm wound up and it parked itself. That's another problem why the storm was so bad. It really parked itself, as opposed to the storm that we had on Halloween. That storm moved very quickly across the region. This one built up huge waves on Lake Huron.
All right. If this happened now, real quickly, what would it look like?
Well, we've had these storms every few decades across the Great Lakes. 1978, the Great Blizzard then was a similar type storm. Fortunately, these storms are very rare across the lakes.